Indians are forced to die a slow death as they are eating less and less. Today, an average Indian consumes a mere 155 kilograms of food every year. This is exactly what she was consuming at the time of independence. An Indian today eats half of what an average Chinese eats. If you are lucky to be born in Europe, you may be eating 4 times more than an Indian. The average American eats 6 times more than an Indian. Once again, the poor have been shortchanged. 100 days of work at approved minimum wages have been promised, for which they were to be paid in grain and money. Again, there was the proverbial slip between the cup and the lip. Machines cornered the employment opportunities, and the food got lost in scams, often finding its way out illegally to neighboring countries.
In the public distribution system and also in the SDRY, which is the employment scheme, there are many delivery issues, and wherever we go we find that there are problems. But the state governments have not been able to sort out these issues. For instance, I found that machines are being used and workers' names are written in employment schemes, but wages are not being paid to them because work is being done by machines. So the bogus, large number of bogus names are entered.
लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में लोगों का नाम लिखा है और राइट हैंड साइड में उनका अंगूठा और हस्ताक्षर और बीच में खाली वो बाद में मस्जिद वो पढ़ेगा. तो that's also another way in which any amount of money can be siphoned off with impunity.
Although Maharashtra has had this Employment Guarantee Act in place since 1978, there has been a systematic effort within the state itself to sabotage the act at various levels. And therefore, it was like getting the whole machinery into action to really implement a right which has been long denied. And employment guarantee schemes works used to start in fits and starts according to the whims and fancies of the administration and then closed down. Agencies were not interested in running employment guarantee programs because it was much better to give it out to contractors where they took money while they issued the tenders, they took money while they passed the bills, and they had no problems in between, they had no work to do. So this was a very lucrative process, and therefore everybody is very loath to do these schemes because here you have to actually do the works yourself.
तुमच्या गावातले माणसाच्या बरुशा मी मंजुऱ्या केल्यात कारण तुमच्याच गावातला ठेकेदार माणूस झाला म्हणजे तुमच्या गावात आम्ही मंजुरी आणल्यात. त्याची कमीत कमी 2-3 पोत्याची आम्ही लुस्कान केले तुमच्या गावातली. हा पेमेंट भेटला का तुम्हाला पैसे देऊन टाकतो ना. तो येऊन आम्हाला भांडायला लागला का अरे माझी आता परवापाशी मग त्याचं मी काय करणार ना होईल पेमेंट. हा बकरा आणलं होतं, बकरा आमच्या खायची सवय होती मग त्याला आणलं शेवटी 2 बकरे आणले होते. तर या लवकर पेमेंट करा मी खायसाठी नाही पण आमची अशी गरीब लोकांची कशी स्थिती आहे ही बघून घ्यायची. तुम्ही उठल्या तुम्हाला घरी तुमच्या मी घरी येऊन जाऊन कामची मंजुरी आहे तुमच्या घरात येऊ का काम केल्यावर तुमच्या घरात पदर मांडायला काम मंजुरी द्या म्हणून केलेलं काम याची तुम्ही काळजी तुम्हाला पाहिजे ना. रस्ता तुमचा चांगला होणार तुम्ही चांगलं होणार तुम्ही साहेब लोक आणि आम्ही असे तुम्ही खाऊ तेला तुपाशी आम्ही उरवू ठेवू पाशी.
Of course, non-payment is considered forced labor, bonded labor, particularly because these workers are Adivasis. We even go and file atrocities cases, but the police are very loath to do all these things. They don't want to increase their paperwork. And they keep saying it's a labor matter, go to the labor court.
Let us now look at the big cities, where hordes of hungry and unemployed villagers are arriving, in search of work and food.
बम्बई शहर करीबन 150 साल से एक औद्योगिक की नीति के वजह से बढ़ा और पूरे देश के मजदूर यहाँ आए और रहना शुरू किया. तो आज जिस तरह उद्योग बंद हो गए, यहाँ के पूरे कपड़ा उद्योग नहीं तो पूरे उद्योग बम्बई शहर के बंद हो गए और बेरोजगारी बढ़ गई। करीबन 5 लाख 10 लाख से लोग आज बेरोजगार हो गए। तो मजदूरों की हालत तो ऐसी हो रही है कि बहुत सारे लोग तो समझो दवाई नहीं मिली, उनको वक्त पे ऊपर खाना नहीं मिला, इसकी वजह से बहुत सारे लोग मर गए।
Let us take a brief glimpse into the real cost of the glitzy shopping malls and fancy multiplexes sprouting all over the big cities. After systematically rendering millions of Indians jobless, their workplaces were closed down, dismantled, and real estate sold off at exorbitant prices. Coming up in its place are these islands of happening India, where the visible Indian can be spotted. These few Indians do not care how the rest of them die. They are too busy following the advertising dictate of living life king size. In their world, the invisible Indian is almost an alien from outer space. Strangely, this is happening in the name of development.
एक बुरी हालत में बम्बई शहर का मजदूर गुजर रहा है और सरकार उसको कुछ नहीं देखती। सरकार बार बार ये कह रही है कि हमको बम्बई शहर का शंघाई बनाना है, शहर का विकास करना है, लेकिन शहर का विकास करते वक्त ये जो मजदूर है उनके हालात को देखा नहीं जा रहा है।
Meet some brave people who once earned their livelihoods working in these factories. From skilled workers to menial jobs, this is how their career graphs have progressed. NoEmployment.com have come to their rescue. Figures can be manipulated to present a rosy picture, but reality cannot. Indians continue to die of hunger. Indians are working harder for lesser wages. Less wages means less food and lower immunity to fight diseases. In this way, through its policies, the state is denying millions of Indians their basic right to food, without which they cannot live and access any of their democratic rights.